Strike your heel upon the earth 3 times, for scroll 6 awakens not by touch, but by rhythm. This is not merely a scroll, it's a resonance, a frequency lost to silence, hidden in marrow and melody. Scroll 6, the bells beneath the bones. The stolen sound is the giants, the forbidden note, and the war for living frequency.
Devil and see all.
Before words were carved, sung or written, there was tone. The first beings didn't speak. They resonated. They hummed across valleys, bodies tuning each other like harp strings. This is why the ancients knew to build temples aligned with acoustics, because sound shaped reality. In the world before Tartaria's fall, they called it the living note, a sacred harmonic that could bend stone, purify blood, and open portals across dimensions. It was neither music nor noise. It was truth vibrating. Every mountain carried it. Every giant housed it in their bones. In Tartaria, bells weren't made, they were grown. Using living alloys, sacred resonant waters, and titan bone dust, the master bell makers grew sound vessels over time. Some taking 100 years to reach maturity. These were not church bells. They were world anchors. Each bell held a frequency that maintained harmony between physical and spiritual realms. When rung, crops flourished. Illness dissolved. Storms harmonized instead of destroyed. People remembered who they were. The largest of them, Bel Azalith, was said to ring once every 88 years, when the veil between time loops softened. Some say its chime aged entire cities forward or backward, depending on the purity of those who heard it. But frequency, like fire, could be stolen. A coalition of antitonal architects, led by shadow factions we now know only as the Flat Harmonium, feared what the bells could awaken. They knew the truth. If the bells rang in harmony, the veil of forgetfulness would crack. And so they silenced them. First, by melting the sacred bells and reshaping them into clocks and coins. A cruel joke, turning eternity into time and trust into debt. Then, they built cathedrals and towers in the exact places where the bells once stood, not to preserve, but to mute. Have you ever noticed how churches no longer ring? They chime from pre-recorded machines, because the real bells were conscious. And they chose silence over slavery. Among all tonal knowledge, one frequency remains forbidden. They call it the hollow note. When played, it creates a brief pocket of truth, a bubble where lies collapse. This note does not destroy, it reveals, but it's illegal in most known dimensions, even among some galactic councils, because in a world built on deception, truth is the ultimate weapon. The last known hollow note was played beneath the streets of Prague in 1796. A man named Sapphiron. Yes, illegal in most known dimensions. Even among some galactic councils. Because in a world built on deception, truth is the ultimate weapon. The last known hollow note was played beneath the streets of Prague in 1796. A man named Sapphiron. Yes, I still mean yes. When played, it creates a brief pocket of truth, a bubble where lies collapse. This note does not destroy, it reveals. But it's illegal in most known dimensions, even among some galactic councils, because in a world built on deception, the same one from the Archive of Thorns plucked it from a bone flute carved from the rib of a giant saint. Every clock in the city stopped. Mirrors cracked. Cats fled. And 3 men of industry were found crying in the mud, whispering confessions of global betrayal. The hollow note has not been heard again, yet, but it waits. Your bones are bells. Every femur is a tuning fork. Every spine a ladder of chimes. That ringing in your ears when no sound is present, that's ancestral frequency trying to reactivate. Many feel it during moments of deep meditation, sudden heartbreak, seeing a person you once loved in another life, or reading scrolls like this. These are activations. Because the enemy of Tartaria didn't just bury the bells. They tried to mute the bloodline that could remember them. But they failed. You are humming now. Quietly, maybe, but it's building. The Tartarian scrolls prophesied a return of the bell. Not one made by hands, but one that rings within hearts. It will be heard not in the ears, but in the soul skin. It will shatter the false frequencies of fear, divide, and despair. It will awaken the sleeping cities beneath the salt lakes and collapsed caverns. And you, dear reader, if you have heard something calling in dreams, or felt a pressure in your chest when you walked past ruins, or cried when you stood inside ancient stone halls, then you are part of the Bell Choir. You are one of the few who can ring the world back.
Until next time, your Sea Star Kiracy, channeled by 3611027, the Beautiful Whisperer. Our Sea Star Devil NCO. Apply the news you can use.
Have I given you a clue?
Devil and See All.